All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to open up PyCharm and we're going to create an environment there. And in that environment, we're going to have our server file, our util file, and our model that we exported as a pickle file earlier. And what these two files are doing here is that if you go through the comments, it explains each line that we have put here. And what the server file is doing is literally creating a Flask server that we can run. And if you go through the comments, you can understand why we do each thing. And on the util, what we're doing is actually we are importing some Excel files and data that we have. And we are also creating a function where we can input the name of the movie that we are interested in. And we do some data transformation in here. We're getting some similarity scores. We're creating a list. Uh, and also keeping in mind what kind of output do we want to send on the server as a result. So keeping all those things in mind, creating those dictionaries, and at the end, testing it out as well before we put that into production. So util file is all about creating a function where we enter a movie name into the function and it outputs a dictionary of 10 movies and also their similarity scores. So how close are the recommended movies to the input movie? So first, you can also get all these files from the link that I've put above this video in the same article. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to run this server. And to do that, you're going to, as I did, right click and then you're going to run server. And it's going to open up a small window below and just give it a couple of seconds, and once it, well, yeah, we'll have to wait a little bit more. Okay, so once we get to this section, that means that, okay, in the port that you specified, which is this, the Flask server is running. And it's getting our function, which is this, get movie recommendation from util, and that function is now waiting for input. So to test out the website, I also added the index file, so the HTML file and the CSS file and the JavaScript file of the main, I guess the home page of the website. So the home page of the website is really where we can input the movie name and get the results. So what we're going to do is we're going to have index and the styles and the app.js files opened up in Visual Studio, and we're going to right click here as well, and we're going to open this index.html on a live server. So live server is another add-on that you can get on Visual Studio. I'm sure you know all about that, but it's another additional tool where you can open up an index, I guess an HTML file in the live form. So we're going to open it as a live server. And that opened up this website. I'm sorry, I had to bring it from my other screen. So when you click open with live server, it's going to open up your index.html in the live form. And now we can think of a movie, something like maybe Avengers, the first movie that came out in 2012, and we can click get recommendations. And now that's gonna take us to the results. So at this point, if you have been following along me, and you get these results when you input a movie, and you can see the results. This is a good place to take a pause and just congratulate yourself, because everything that you've done on the Flask server, everything that you've done on the web development side has worked. And now the next step is to get an Amazon AWS EC2 server and really open it up to the public so that if someone else can also use it, because when it's in your local server, only you can use it. So that's going to be what we're going to cover in the next section. So keep on reading, and you'll learn more about how we can create a public web application.